Dig a foundation hole 4 to 5 times the butt diameter of the flagpole and place 1 to 2 inches of sand in the bottom of the hole. Set the foundation tube so that the top is approximately 1 inch above the surrounding grade. It is important not to allow standing water around the flagpole. Place the foundation in the center of the newly dug hole. Pour concrete around the tube. When the concrete is approximately halfway up the tube, plumb the tube. Continue to pour concrete until you reach grade level. Be sure to periodically check the plumb of the tube. Remember that the tube can still be adjusted after the concrete is poured. The foundation tube is plumbed by placing a level on 2 sides at a 90-degree angle from each other and checking the level. The concrete can be kept below grade if you choose to have grass directly next to the pole. Otherwise, you can place a form at or above grade level and have the concrete exposed. Make sure you keep the inside of the foundation tube dry at this point. Let the concrete set for at least 24 hours before placing the flagpole into the foundation tube. Unwrap the flagpole and be careful not to scratch or mar the finish as you do. Install the top ball by screwing it into the top of the truck or pulley. It is advisable to use a thread locking compound on the threads. Fit the ball and shaft into the truck by hand, but to avoid damaging the ball, do the final tightening with a wrench or pliers. Feed the halyard through the pulley. Be sure to tie a knot in the halyard so that it cannot slip back out of the truck. Place the truck on the flagpole by slipping it over the top of the pole or the tenon at the top of the pole. Be sure the truck is in the straight position on the pole. Tighten the set screws. It is advisable to use a thread locking compound on these threads. If you're installing the optional flash collar, slide it over the butt end of the pole so that when the flagpole is standing, the collar can slide down and rest on the ground or concrete. Slide the collar up about 4 to 5 feet above where the ground level will be, and tie it in place by wrapping the halyard around the pole below where the collar is. It is important that you do not put pressure on the flash collar if you lay the flagpole down. Now you are ready to stand the pole. You may choose to use wooden wedges spaced evenly around the flagpole to hold the plumb inside the tube. If you do, adjust the wedges until the pole is perfectly plumb. Pour clean, dry sand into the space between the flagpole and the tube. Settle the sand by using the heel of your hand or a rubber mallet to plumb or vibrate the pole. Fill the tube with sand until it reaches 1/4 inch below the top of the tube. Make sure the sand is packed in tightly. Periodically check the plumb of the pole as you fill in the sand. At this point, if you've used wood wedges, they should be removed. Cover the sand with water-resistant silicone caulking, making sure to completely seal the sand so that it will stay dry. Lower the flash collar into place at the bottom of the pole, and using the same caulking, seal the small space between the pole and the collar. If the collar is sitting on the concrete, then also seal the space between the bottom of the collar and the concrete. Pull on the halyard so that it hangs straight down from the pulley. Position the cleat at the desired height on the pole and install it using the screws provided. Tie the halyard around the cleat to secure it. Raise your flag only after the concrete has had at least 24 hours to cure or it is completely dry.